Heyo everybody, Haku here with my read-through for Beastars chapters 114 through 119. I almost said my last read-through for Beastars, but no, it's not my last one. It's just, like, my last one catching up, I guess. I'm going to be caught up, going to the most recent chapter, and I'm excited. So now I'll be where everybody else that's reading weekly is. And, yeah, I mentioned it before, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet now that I'm caught up, or once I'm caught up. Sorry that this video's a week behind though. I should probably explain I was just kind of sick last week, so I didn't do either of my read-through videos because my throat was hurting and I didn't think I could record like for an hour straight for either of them. So that's why that is the way it is. I've said before I'm not replacing this when it comes to the every other week read-through slot, so I don't know if I'm going to do this every other week and do 2 chapters a video, or if I'm just going to wait like once a month and do 4 chapters per video and do it once a month, or if I'm going to do it every week when the new chapter comes out. I haven't decided yet, and I think I'm going to kind of hold off until deciding. I have time anyway, since I know I'm not doing a video next week either way. Then I'm going to wait because my schedule changes depending on the anime I'm reviewing every season, so I'm going to wait and see what I'm reviewing next season, and if there's an open spot like once a week, I can just do this once a week. Even if it's not necessarily the day that the new chapter comes out, I can at least do it once a week. Or I could wait and do a video for every 2 chapters or for every 4 chapters. Just tell me what you all want, and I'll kind of try to conform to whatever you all want. I assume most of you are going to want me to do it weekly, though. But yeah, just tell me whatever you want me to do with it, and I'll conform to that a bit. But last time when we were reading, we got to see Gosha and Yahya reconnect, and Yahya learn about Legoshi from Gosha. And then I'm pretty sure we had heard the name of the bloodbone drug before, but we really started to get into stuff in chapter 113, where we learn a bit more about it from that one random police officer we got to meet. I love Sebun, and Sebun seems to be a bit worried about Legoshi, so I don't know if she's going to try to run off and look for him or not. I doubt it, given the circumstances. I don't think she'd be allowed to, and the cop's right there. Multiple cops are now, actually, as of the end of last chapter. And then in addition to that, what happened to Legoshi is he got stopped by a bunch of people trying to sell him a fake energy drink that's of course laced with the bloodbone drug. But he saw through it and said, I'm going to kick your guys' asses pretty much. And he started seeing Lewis is kind of like, I don't know if this is just sort of artistic liberty, or if he is actually legitimately seeing Lewis as some sort of conscience type presence in his life now. But it would make sense if he did, because we would have kind of been hinted at that a long time back when we had the Moth-san visions that helped Legoshi out. So now, if because he ate a part of Lewis, he has Lewis as well, sort of visions of him as a conscience type presence, then that would totally make sense within what we've seen so far, and it'd actually be a cool way of connecting things and making the Moth-san stuff somewhat make sense. So yeah, now we're gonna go 114 to 119 and finally get into reading it. Let me grab some water first though, so I don't lose my voice. I feel like the past few weeks, maybe ever since I was like really sick at the end of January, I feel like I have trouble getting my voice going. It feels like my voice is just always gone now. But either way, starting at chapter 114, Friend, shall I bow before you with my tongue on the floor? Alright, I'm excited. And we have Legoshi confronted by those guys still. If the bloodbone drug doesn't work on you, whatever you went through must have been crazy. We have to get rid of you, so you won't be a threat to us later. Legoshi bears witness to the evil of the back alley market. You should have lived an honest life, like a real carnivore. Too bad. And he slashes at his face and cuts him below the eye. The herbivores. For the herbivores. An honest life, huh? He says, licking the blood. What? What are you smiling for? Disgusting. Weird, Legoshi thinks. This feels nostalgic. I'm showing off my fangs. My body's throbbing all over and it won't stop. Haven't felt this way since I fought Riz the bear. and then he punches the guy in the face. Felines' noses are soft, he thinks. What the? And everybody's reacting to him hitting the guy. It's just like while I was fighting Riz for committing predation. A single phrase was spurring me on. For the herbivores. For the herbivores. Did you ever think about the herbivores who were used as ingredients, he says, while you were selling the blood-bone drug? Stop. We'll lose. We'll get off your hair. We lose, we'll get off your hair. Stop, says the guy he punched. What? And he starts hitting him some more. Stop it, please. I'm an egotistical, no good wolf. I'll stop selling drugs that were made from herbivores. I'm serious. I get so much joy from fighting for a great cause. I can't hear you, he says. And this is actually Legoshi kind of falling a little bit into darkness, even though it's for a good cause. I lose sight of the of my strength limiters. I must destroy them utterly and completely. For the herbivores. I found them. I found the boy and the drug dealers. And the cops are showing up. Capture them. We're the police. Put your hands in the air. Are you okay, son? Are you drug-free? Huh? We didn't do anything. That wolf was beating on us, says the drug dealers. His face is covered in blood. Hey, are you with us? Tell me your name. Hey, son. I was in a trance, and for some reason, I thought about my school life last year. I thought about how I met Haru-chan, and how meeting her changed me into a proactive and savage male. I thought about how weird it was that I was so desperately devoted to Haru-chan. They say you don't need a reason to love someone, but now I'm not so sure. Oh, look, our hero woke up, says the one cop. You did a good job exposing that drug cartel. We're in your debt, says the dog. And we learned the gorilla's name, I just don't remember it at the moment. I'm hoping they'll say it again, though, probably. If anything, after I read, I can just go back and look at it. A friend of yours is here to see you. I'm guessing he saw the news. We'll let him in now. Oh, I guess I got myself involved with the police again. What is wrong with me? I feel exhausted. Galdona District Police Station Infirmary. I knew it was you, and it's Lewis came to see him. I read an article online about a 17-year-old gray wolf who captured a drug cartel. Where's a chair? Anyway, I had a feeling you were the wolf in the article. After some investigation, I found you easier than I expected. Then again, you are a hero now, as far as the police are concerned. Ah, what a pain, he thinks. All right, just calm down. Drink this water. I brought you some souvenirs and some cake, too. Which of these three are you going to eat? They have fruit jelly, me, Castella. What's gotten into you, Lewis-senpai, he says, choking on his water. About time you opened your mouth. I thought real hard about that joke on my way here. Be grateful. That wasn't funny. You scared me. You scared me first. You ate my leg, and then you dropped out of school without even telling me. Is your right foot prosthetic, he says. Yeah, let's not talk about my foot. So, what are you gonna eat? The Castella. Got it. Lewis-senpai, are you still going to school? And he has a second slice. Yeah, I'm starting university next month. I have a lot of obligations to fulfill, unlike you. What have you been up to? It seems that you're trying to become a vigilante. Haha, please. I look at his face and get the usual thought. Why are herbivores such beautiful life forms? In order to live together with the herbivores and protect them, I felt that I needed to stand up to that drug cartel. I seriously feel that I could give up anything to satisfy them. Lewis-senpai, I just realized something terrible. What? I never cared about justice to begin with. I'm just desperately in love with the existence of herbivores. I'm a perverted wolf. All this time I thought that I was fighting carnivores because they went against my sense of justice. But that was never the case. I was just spurred on by my fetish. It was all just a hormonal rampage. Legoshi. Seriously? You realize this now, you dumb dog? Huh? Sorry, I didn't mean to let that slip. Everyone knows you're a perverted wolf. When push comes to shove, you only fell in love with Haru because she was the first herbivore you respected as a member of the opposite sex. That's how all males are. Your fetishes are what make you who you are. Doesn't matter if you're a pervert. If you're acting out of a desire to save someone, then it's okay to call it justice. Lewis-senpai, If you understand, then give me an answer, pervert. Huh? A perverted wolf like me has many things to save. Make it strong now. Where's the yes? I want to protect the most. What I want to protect the most are the herbivores and their smiles. Yes. Oh god, that is small text. He admired their appearance. He admired their appearance, was saved by their appearance. That is why he wants to protect them. The next chapter will have an important announcement and a colored page. Oh, is this going to be the anime announcement? I'm excited. Let's see what we got. Let's wait for 115 to load. That was a really good chapter. I enjoyed it. Yep, we have a big color spread, and the first words I see are anime adaptation. I'm really excited for it too. I'll be reviewing that weekly when it airs. I wonder when it's gonna air. Maybe fall season? It feels like a fall season type thing because that's when Hoseki no Kuni was. We'll see. We got 115 tonight. Tonight I feel more like a bunny than she does. Now dig in parentheses. More friends, expanding world, becoming Beastars decided animated cartoon. Okay, the English. I love this. We have Cebu. We have like the old friends with new ones on the cover too. Like we have Yahya, Gosha. Gosh, I forget the old guy's name always. And then there's Gohin. Yeah, the seal guy. I always forget his name. Zagwan or Ragwan? One of the two. Then Juno and Lewis, Haru and Sebun. Best girl Sebun. Sebun is one of my favorite characters already. Legoshi's hand is touched slightly by an herbivore. Here's a large ramen with boiled egg. Table for table 2. Got it. I'm starting to lose my withdrawal symptoms, he thinks. My body doesn't hunger for herbivores, it really just wants to communicate with them. It's important to be aware of that. Good work, everyone. I'm a pure herbivore fetishist. It all makes sense when you think about it that way. So, all I need to do is keep my perverted tendencies in check. Then he goes home. Oh, Legoshi-san, you're finally back. A big package arrived for you. And the landlord or the manager guy has 2 huge boxes. Package? I don't remember ordering anything. Maybe it's from my grandpa. It's from the police station, he says. Never thought a resident of the hidden condo would receive such an honor, and I've been here for ages. You're right. It even came with a brown envelope. This letter's kinda hard to read, but they're basically thanking me for stopping those blood-bone drug dealers. They're also sorry for causing a fuss in this condo, apparently. Well done, Legoshi-san. Now I'll go open the box. Doesn't really feel good to make them do something so formal. This is rice cake, and he pulls out her rice cake. Lots of rice cake. Our carnivore bodies obligate us to limit our food choices, so we regard carbohydrates as an important source of energy because of how well it satisfies our stomachs. Eating is proof that we're living. It's what we do to prove that we're living beings. Carnivores eat hard bread so they can fully control their desire to bite something. For the carnivores who like eating gluttonous rice, the rice cake is a food of a high-class luxury. Well, seriously, there are so many rice cakes. How many did they put in here? I don't think I deserve this. They eat our taxes all the time. A present like this is nothing to the likes of them. Please don't talk like that. Why don't you stop wagging your tail so much, please? Dear residents of the hidden condo, I'm Legoshi the Grey Wolf, and I moved into room 504 at the end of January. This Saturday, March 17th at 8 p.m., I'll be holding a rice cake roast on the rooftop. I'm just sharing a huge box of rice cakes I received. Still, you're free to come, regardless of size. I hope everyone comes. I love his new little makeshift family with Zagwan, I think is his name, and Sebun. I love his little makeshift family so much. I hope everyone comes. To be honest, I wouldn't be doing this if not for Sebun-san's advice. It's important that you expand your horizons beyond me and Zagwan-san. Okay, so it is Zagwan. I borrowed a shichirin from the manager for the roast. Hichirin? Shichirin. Okay, shichirin. Was it this series or some other series I covered where somebody's name was a pun based on shichirin? What was it? Because Shichirin does refer to the grill, but it also refers to something else. Oh, I think it's a joke based on... No, I think it's a Japanese joke I heard before based on, like, the Olympics or whatever, because they're called, like, the Seven Rings is Shichirin, but it's can be confused with the grill Shichirin, so I'm pretty sure that's where I heard that before. Okay. Zagwan-san, are you bad with fire since you're from the sea? Stop touching my wool. The first time I saw a lighter, I was so scared I cried, he says. I wonder what the other hidden condo residents are like. If they're living in the condo in this crime-filled district, they've probably got some serious circumstances. I'm excited to meet more of them, although probably not as serious as mine. The roast. Okay. Why don't we introduce ourselves while we wait for the rice cakes to roast? I love this new group that he's going to meet. We have this one bird, little mouse guy on his shoulder, some sort of... It actually looks like a Shiba Inu, a pig, then some hugely fluffy guy. I don't know if he's a lion or a bear. And then this jacked looking seagull or stork or something. It's great. We'll wait for rice. Okay, why don't we introduce ourselves while we wait for the rice cakes to roast? Okay, sure. And the pig just snorts. Agreed. It's hard to wait for the rice cakes. You're such a nice guy sharing these delicacies with us. Everyone in the condo knows you're an ex-convict. Just make sure you act as sociable as possible. And he thinks back to something Sebun told him. Gotta be careful. Okay, first things first. The stellar seagull and the Mongolian gerbil of room 602. Do you two live together? What's your relationship? Says Zagwan. And we have male Rika, 21, stellar sea eagle, and Fina, 31, Mongolian gerbil. He asked what I wanted to know about since I got here. Zagwan-san, show some reservation, he says. What, do you think we're a couple? Because we're not, says... Hold on, let me get their names again. Rika and Fina, says Fina. Think we're a couple? Because we're not. Hehehe. I'm freeloading off Fina-san. I get to eat food every day because of her. Ah, that sounds dangerous, thinks Legoshi. Freeloading? You mean you provide for this stellar seagull, sea eagle-san. Oh my god, that is a mouthful. Okay, so he's not a seagull, he's a sea eagle. Did it say seagull before? Nope, it said sea eagle before, I just read it wrong. Okay. Okay, so he's a sea eagle then. Isn't there a word for that? Isn't that like a sea eagle? Oh god, I'm losing my thoughts. There's totally a word for that. Like a different one-word name. But now I'm forgetting it. Oh well, maybe I'll remember it at some point. Either way, he's freeloading. Does it mean you provide for the stellar sea eagle-san? An insult to her pride as a woman. And it's, Sebun. That's right, I'm working my ass off in an advertising agency. A small animal like you should know the dangers of public transportation. He's an irresponsible eagle, but he's got a flying license. He's a really good flyer. Oh, so that makes sense. He's basically just a chauffeur. When do you need to be to be in the company building? 9 a.m. And I've got a women's gathering tonight, so be sure you pick me up at the station at 11 p.m. Oh, and be sure you get my muffler from the dry cleaners. Okay, he says. Commuting in the morning comfortably makes me perform better at work. Providing for him is worth all the danger. And we see small animal cigarette. Thanks, but seriously, I'm anything but danger, believe me. Besides, it's way better to have constant food, clothing, and shelter than a one-night-only feast. When I have someone staying the night to eat, you watch what you say, 'cause I can kick you out at any time I want. Oh, why you gotta be so cold? Let's live together forever. Your parents are crying. Don't point your beak at me. So they're interesting. I like them already. Legoshi-kun looks like a child who stepped into unknown territory, thinks Sebun. I love Sebun so much. These rice cakes are sticky. They taste good. The sea does not have food like this. Yum yum. I'll be taking one if you don't mind. I brought some red bean paste and soy sauce. Use them if you want, says the one dog-looking guy. Typical condiments for a Japanese dog, so Shiba Inu then, I guess. I suppose I'll introduce myself. An animal with congenital absence of pigmentation. Oh, my name's Ebisu, and I'm an albino crow. Okay, so the jacked guy is actually a crow, but he's white because he's albino. And he's in room 304. I belong to a rare species. I train every day so I can beat down any group that dares try to capture me. Okay, because people might want to kidnap him for human trafficking or to sell his meat since he's albino, or to sell his parts for the medicine like what happened to that one Cayman alligator. My name's Mugi, and I'm one of the universally liked Shiba Inu. I mainly work as a photographer of models for calendars, and I'm taking it easy this year with the pay I got at the end of last year. He's room 202, and then room 201 is, my name is Bogue. Or maybe it's supposed to be Bogu, but I think Bogue works better and sounds cooler. Or it could be Bogway. Yeah, Bogway actually makes sense, because that kind of somewhat sounds similar to the Chinese word for bear, so that might be what they're going for. So yeah, it might be supposed to be Bogway. Either way, my name is Bogway. I'm an Asian black bear, but that's a secret. I write novels under the guise of a rabbit. Don't share this online, okay? I like this guy too. I'm Eugen, the Yorkshire pig. I'm a taxidermist, and I love molding the form of beautiful creatures. If you want me to make something for you, hit me whenever you like. He's in room 403. I'm Legoshi the Grey Wolf, in room 504. He thinks I'm a predatorial offender, and I dropped out of high school this year. I fit in with the residents perfectly. I'm Zagwan, the spotted seal. I'm studying in the land to translate land books into sea speak. Hey, that's nice, says, gosh, forgetting names already. He was... Yeah, I forgot it already. Sea Eagle-san. I'm Sebun, the Merino sheep, and I work for a sporting goods company. Nice to meet you. Too normal. Why are you the only normal one? Says, the crow. You've got it all wrong. This condo just happens to be full of weirdos. Yeah, I'm gonna have to read this chapter over again to get everyone's names memorized. Why don't you try providing for that raptor? Alright. Legoshi, says Zagwan. Yes, the land is such an interesting place. I do not regret stepping out of the sea. I feel the same, says Legoshi. I don't regret dropping out of school. Man, I really, really like this chapter. This is one of my favorite ones. I dropped out of school with a criminal record, and now I'm living a solitary life with a low income. I used to be so anxious about my future, but now I think if I just focus on living life to the fullest, I'll soon be able to find a place that I can call home. Tomorrow, I need to be at work by 5 a.m., setting the alarm. I got paid recently. Maybe I should buy some eggs sometime. I still have some rice cakes left. Man, am I grateful for the police. There's a letter at the bottom. That's a fancy seal. Ah, and it says Yahya on it. Yahya? Who's that? What does the letter say? Next chapter. Another colored page to celebrate the upcoming anime adaptation. That is one of my favorite chapters so far, like, of the series. I love meeting all these new characters. I love Sebun and Zagwan and their relationship they've built with Legoshi, and how much Legoshi has... At first, I didn't really like him dropping out of school because it meant we would see less of the school characters. But I'm really, really liking what's going on. And I saw one thing that it was Itagaki, the mangaka, was answering some questions on Twitter the other day. And I saw one of the things they said in response to one of the questions was that they kind of know whenever an ending has to come, how they would like the last page of the last chapter to go. But other than that, they don't focus on the main overarching story too much, so much as they focus on it being fun week to week because it's a weekly series. So I have a feeling that all these characters that are introduced, they're just going to weave in and out. They might not be around for a while, but then they'll come back in. So yeah, I kind of like that a lot, that it's just focused on the fun week to week. I like that a lot. And I like these new characters we got to meet. Like I said, I'll have to do some work to remember their names. Now we have 116, Dancing Boy's Introspection, a human drama played by animal actors. Seeing someone in his dreams. Legoshi received a letter from Yahya. What does the current Beastar want from him? I like this, that the human drama played by animal actors has been like a constant theme throughout the series. Let me grab some water before I continue, though. Okay, time for 116. You look wonderful in formal attire. Wolves particularly look good in clothes. Makes me jealous. What will Legoshi do now that he's received a letter from Yahya? Is that so? He says. And we have feline and canine images. Canines have thinner wrists and ankles. It makes them look slender in anything they wear. Felines, on the other hand, have firm muscles which formal attire would hide, so they're more suited to wear clothes that expose their body. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Maybe this doesn't look so bad, he thinks. Are you sure this is okay? I kinda look like a hoodlum. All large breed carnivores do when they wear collared shirts. I guess so. Thank you for your patronage. Please come again. And we have second-hand clothing shop, Fur and Fur. Okay. Just looking at what these signs say. There's a wanted poster. Alright, he says. Look at me now, Jack. I'm finally buying my own clothes. How many sets of clothes do you have? And he's thinking about them. 2. 2? I'm only doing this because of some urgent business. My Cheriton school uniform was the only collared shirt I had, and what's this yellow stuff? If Yahya-san wrote that letter, then he must be social elite. It'd be best not to get caught in normal clothes with him. Dear Legoshi-kun, if you're reading this letter, then I assume your stomach is full of rice cake. It is, thanks, but seriously, who are you? I arranged the rice cakes myself and sent them to you through the police. I want to thank you for passing judgment on those blood-bone drug dealers. This is a good opportunity. The police tell me you live near the back alley market, and considering you're such a brave citizen, I would like to hear your thoughts about this town's current state of affairs. I'm inviting you to dinner at March 25th. Maybe. Is this a prank? Then again, he did write an address to where we're supposed to meet. You will know who I am once we see each other. Yahya. Yahya, he thinks. I know that name. It's a special name in a special place. Oh, we probably heard it from Gosha before, as a kid. Welcome, welcome. How would you like some frozen donkey legs? I'll make it cheap just for you. It's interesting to see him back in the back alley market again. To defrost them, you could either use hot water or a microwave. Haven't been here in a while, he thinks. The back alley market. Last year, when I was still training with Going-san, I would jog through the back alley market every day, and found myself looking at those 5 letters. That name was scribbled within the back alley market's walls. Ah, monster. Yahya must be killed and eaten. Black devil. Yeah, it's just as I remembered. Must be killed and eaten. I know this is the back alley market, but this is still extreme. They could have just put must pay or must be brought down or something. They have this graffiti at public bathrooms. Eat Yahya. Back alleys. Turn him to horse meat. Tunnels. Yahya is a black devil. Telephone poles. Kill Yahya. Damn Yahya. The graffiti I see in the back alley market, even here, bring Yahya here on a plate, is filled with hatred for Yahya-san. If the back alley market hates him, does that mean the outside world treats him like a hero and an ally among herbivores? That would make sense. Carnivores have to eat and sell herbivore meat in secret. And then we see this one raccoon guy trip and fall. Whoa, are you okay? Take my hand. That was dangerous, thanks. Shouldn't be flailing about with your small body. This road's getting old and bad. Wish we could just turn it to pavement. It's not like the government's office is going to give us money to do that. It'll just get older, this road and this market. Maybe we should put up some signs. It's a hazard. Is the back alley market evil, he thinks. Wait, I know that eating herbivore meat's clearly a bad thing, but can I really call it evil? It's not like carnivores wanted to be born as carnivores, myself included, and besides, it's not like I have the right to label it as evil. Is this what growing up means to you? He says to himself. And then he leans back. What I said when I came to the back alley market last summer is coming back to bite me. I'm always so indecisive. Ever since I fought Riz and ate Louis Senpai's leg, I've started to see many things that I used to be blind to. I'm scared of myself. I'm expanding my horizons even though I'm just a carnivore. I've got some boar sausage to celebrate you passing the entrance exams. We're gonna have a feast tonight, says the guy that had tripped earlier. Are we really meeting over there? That's the Metropolitan Police Department. It takes 10 minutes by train to get there from the back alley market. Talk about well developed. How can this town change so much in such a short distance? I don't think I can get used to this part of the town. I'll just get inside. And of course it's because the one guy has his phone out just in case and is glaring at Legoshi, obviously thinking of him as a criminal. You must be Legoshi-sama, the Grey Wolf. We've been expecting you. We'll lead the way. Thanks. Please follow us. It's a bunch of small animals making an arrow with their bodies. And please, stay quiet. Oh, okay. Mice. Oh, because we know that Yahya likes having mice work with him. I'm going to the top floor. It's got me nervous. What kind of animal is Yahya-san? What's his species? I mean, it said horse in the graffiti. What's his species? Is he a carnivore or an herbivore? Black devil. Must be killed. Beep. Face recognized. And the mice are just standing on each other's shoulders. That's tight security. When's the door gonna open? Yahya-sama. Nose recognized. Alright. And then it opens, and Yahya's standing on the other side. I've been expecting you. Whoa, and the mice are pushing him out of the elevator. Hey. They finally meet. I'm gonna be with this horse for the night. Welcome, Legoshi-kun. How is he going to test me? Nice to meet you, Yahya-san. Okay, this is gonna be really cool. They're meeting already. And now we're going to 117. See what we end up with. How did you get here, Legoshi-kun? I used the train and then walked here. Well, thanks. I'm sorry I called you here out of the blue. No, I don't mind. Did the guys at the bottom floor treat you well? The police? Yes. Good. Come in. To the Beastars room. Alright. I don't know what that top panel is supposed to be. Just these random women, or figures of women. Maybe they're statues. I don't know. No idea. The clear sky makes it easier to see all the buildings, doesn't it? The top floor shows the whole townscape. Go, make yourself comfortable. The night skyline and a carrot farm, and there's carrots everywhere. This room is my special parlor, food storage. I want to treat you to a full-course dinner of my special carrots. A wolf like you probably can't see the appeal of it, but it's good. Well, thank you. I do like vegetables. This is amuse-bouche, seasoned with potage with carrots, râpé, and cavolo nero sauce. All I got was potage, says Legoshi. Same. Oh, okay, he says. And now we see him and Gosha looking the same compared to one another. Gosh, if I was a mammal, then I'd... or if Gosha was a mammal, then maybe he would flap his ears from nervousness in the same way. His blood grandson is so conceivably similar to him, but what about his character? I will take my time inspecting you, boy. He still seems nervous, and I can't quite tell what he's thinking, but... Yahya-san, are you the Beastar? He says. He just stares at him. What made you come to that conclusion? Sorry, I'm just guessing. I mean, you've got your own room in the top floor of the Metropolitan Police Department, and the police seem to work for you. But mostly, it's because these carrots are so good. They're sweet and taste kind of like dirt, but the flavor's really defined, you know? Not sure how to describe it. They taste better the more I eat them. I've never eaten carrots like these before. And if this luxurious food is just dinner to you, then you must have a high social standing. That's all, really. Sorry. And then he starts laughing. I'm glad you liked it. And you're right. These carrots are special. They're grown at the perfect temperature and humidity. They're given just the right amount of water at just the right amount of time. This room represents my ideals, in fact. I always strive for perfection, whether it's my carrot farm or society. I would commit to any labor and sacrifice necessary. That's what I swore in a certain turning point in my life. I can't say for certain, but I'm pretty sure Yahya's the Beastar, thinks Legoshi. That would explain why he's so hated in the back alley market. How much responsibility is he bearing in his towering body? Okay. The bloodbone drug trade. A tusk poacher who disguised himself as an animal counselor. A drug company that made soap out of camel humps. An organization that gave raw meat to athletes for doping purposes. I captured them only yesterday, yet they've committed so much infamy. You captured them only yesterday? I've been doing this for 26 years all by myself. I'm already so old. I need to hurry and make a perfect society before my life runs out. Well, I actually kind of like the imperfections of this society, and it's functioning well despite all the imperfections, all thanks to you. You're amazing. What an annoying little brat, he thinks. What of you? Gosha chose to have a mixed family, and his grandson is the result. Gosha, are you proud of your decision? He's courteous, affable, happy-go-lucky. He's a courteous, affable, happy-go-lucky gray wolf. He's a part of the cursed family that drove me into solitude. By the way, Legoshi-kun, don't you find it mysterious that this one measly horse is so capable of combating society's evils? Did you train, he says? Training isn't enough. You need a source of energy, and a special one at that. When you're the Beastar, you can be granted any wish of your choosing. Using the carnivores you punished as fertilizer is no exception. And we see the bodies of carnivores as being used to grow the carrots. So now we're seeing twist. Yahya is actually kind of a shitty guy. I mean, sure, the carnivores were bad, but murdering them and using them as fertilizer isn't really much of a difference than them eating herbivores. Black Devil. Must be killed and eaten. Monster. My carrots love their nutrients. They really add to their taste, wouldn't you say? And Legoshi looks like he's going to throw up. Hey now, you're not going anywhere, he says, kicking his leg out from under him. You aren't going to criticize me, are you? I looked into your records. You ate your dear friend's foot. To defeat a predator classmate in a duel, that takes a lot of resolve. But your conduct was your conduct really that of good or evil? Justice has another side. How will Legoshi respond? My judgment will decide whether or not you'll be part of my dear lady's fertilizer. So yeah, I view Yahya as kind of a bad guy now. He is a devil or a monster, because he's doing the same thing that the evil carnivores are doing by using people's deaths for nutrients. It's the same thing, really. And it also explains how he can be so powerful, because he's kind of almost basically committing predation himself. But it all is perfectly fine because he's an herbivore. So this is a really interesting twist on things. Alright, now I'm moving on to 118. Let's see what we got now. This is actually turning into kind of a long video. Alright, and we are starting with a flashback. A reminiscence of Yahya and Gosha and their worry and anguish. Time passes, but what is Yahya up to now? You're going to go through a lot of pain, Gosha. Society isn't going to acknowledge a mammal-reptile family. Maybe so, but all families go through pain one way or another. I want to experience that pain. I think I've always longed for the happiness that lies ahead. It's the measly dream of a poisonous lizard. Forgive me. TV anime adaptation confirmed. I will never forgive you, Gosha. He vents all of his decade-spanning rage for Gosha at his grandson Legoshi. Chapter 118, A Machine Gun Without Ammo. This is what remains from the happiness you pursued. Your hunger for love made you choose the wrong path in life. And now, I'll judge your precious grandson, Legoshi-kun, with the overwhelming authority I have now. You don't want me to turn you into carrot fertilizer, right? If you want to avoid danger in the world of grown-ups, you must first show your sincerity. He's cracking his knuckles. Sincerity. Beg for forgiveness. A carnivore who ate the flesh of a live herbivore is unqualified to be a Beastar, no matter the reason. But if you get down on your knees and grovel, and apologize for being born a carnivore, while you wag your tail and droop your ears and drool all over your mouth, then you'll at least be spared from being turned into fertilizer like all these vile creatures. Gosha. Now, I win. Grovel. apologize, he thinks, for being born a carnivore. I hate Lewis-senpai's foot. Okay, he says. I don't think I have the right to condemn Yahya-san for using carnivore criminals as a source of nutrition. I'm sorry I was born a carnivore, and I'm sorry that I ate my friend's foot. Oh, it was consensual, but, it was unforgivable. Not a day passes where I don't regret it. I'll always carry the guilt inside me. That's why I don't need fangs anymore. And he pulled his frigging teeth out. What the hell? And Gosha looks shocked. I still have a big one. And he pulls it out as well. Or at least tries to. Good. Now my story has a right, now my body has a right to punch you in the face. Okay. He's coming, thinks Yahya. He's coming. And Legoshi punches him and knocks him across the room. He starts laughing. I didn't even bother to block it. Such a gentle and ineffective punch. It symbolizes your true nature. But now your lack of fangs has rendered you speech deficient. Yet, God, that looks terrible. Yet you haven't gotten weaker. In fact, you're standing as tall as ever. Your spirit is so strong that it could reign supreme over the apex of all carnivores. And we have an alarm going off. Haha, you triggered the smoke detector. The guys at the bottom floor must be on their way here. And Legoshi bows to him. Even carnivores have a sense of reason. They're all suffering. Your methods are wrong. I punched you in the face to tell you that. I'm sorry for being rude to the Beastar. I'll be leaving now. Yahya-sama, what's the matter? Whoa, and Legoshi runs away. After him. No, it's fine. Let him go. And he picks up the fang from the floor. It's my job to go after him. I think I'm starting to like you, Legoshi. What's wrong, Legoshi? What happened to your teeth? And he runs to Gohin. Hey, it hurts. It hurts. Please stop the bleeding, Gohin-san. After wounding himself, Legoshi goes to Gohin, the one who had once saved him. I love that we're not only bringing back Gohin, but that's the person who Legoshi would turn to in his time of need. Love it. And also, I kind of like Yahya is an almost semi-villain, but not really villain. It's a lot more complicated than that. I appreciate that it's not all black and white. It's a bit more complicated than that. And now we have, again, TV anime adaptation confirmed. Chapter 119. If you pour out all the lukewarm water, you'll be left with cold water. What does Haru think seeing those wolves walking to university? Oh yeah, she should be in college now. Wolves, huh? I love her face. Haru. Sorry I'm late. The meeting was dragging out. Thanks for saving seats for us. It's okay, let's have lunch. I'm doing well in my first year at university. I'm a high school bully victim, no more. I love Haru's faces and reactions to things as well. Legoshi, whatever. I'm gonna forget all about him. They've got some nice cafe latte in here. I've decided to begin my glittering campus life. You think I care about that two-timing jerk? Nope, not me, no sir. Did you all register for your classes? The process seems complicated. I registered. It wasn't hard. Let's not talk about that, though. I want to introduce you two to my boyfriend. Huh? Hako-chan, you have a boyfriend? Oh my gosh. Who? Do you know him, Haru-chan? No, I don't. Who is he? Sup? Name's, Ayurdo. And he's a lion. This guy. We're the same age. He's an Indian lion, look. And he's my boyfriend. I like this rebel rabbit girl. And Haru's face again. I knew you were going to react like that. I know, it's surprising. A lion, says the other friend. Well, your reactions are refreshing compared to most of the reactions we got. I think interspatial couples are becoming more common nowadays. Oh yeah, we just happen to be a little more advanced than most. Your surprise is perfectly natural. I am surprised, but it's great, it's good. I guess you're just ahead of our time. And they're laughing together, and all she can think of is Legoshi. The relationship is probably phony. After all, true carnivore-herbivore love is more painful and full of suffering. We could never laugh together like those two. Our relationship was never that simple. But that's exactly why Many animals think carnivore or herbivore love is dangerous, but that's nothing but an old superstition. Just be understanding of one another like us and you'll be just fine. You shouldn't say it like it's easy, says Haru. Huh? Haru? Ah, stop it, she thinks. If carnivores and herbivores could sustain relationships just by understanding one another, then we wouldn't have so many predation cases going around in the first place. Stop it. You're trying to make friends in university, aren't you? Do you even know that your feral instincts will always take precedence over your heart? What's wrong with me, she thinks. Akko, are you really capable of loving your boyfriend? Why am I getting so worked up? In every part of his meat-seeking body. This is just an assumption, but it's the only reason you two are going out. Because you want to look good? Hey, wait. What's wrong? Hey, Akko, and she's storming away from the boyfriend. Just because your friend said some awful things doesn't mean you should give me the cold shoulder. Why weren't you angry? You should have at least made one growl back there. She embarrassed me. Well, I mean, it's not really weird for someone to think that way. Besides, you're only mad because she's right. We're only going out because we want to look good. But we're just fooling around, to be honest. That's why we don't argue that much, right? Hairdo, you're just a common lion. Are you cowering away from me because you don't see me as a rabbit, as a female? Okay. If you're not, then kiss me. Right here, right now. Okay, he says. I'll be careful not to bite you. And then they kiss. And he starts to lick her neck and open his mouth. You're serious for once. I can't let you call me a common lion and get away with it. I went too far, she thinks. I don't think I said anything wrong, but to be honest, but that doesn't excuse me for criticizing my friend's love life. I'm the absolute worst. I think I was jealous, an interspecial couple actually enjoying their own company. I just want to see Legoshi-kun again. Wait, no I don't. I'm gonna apologize to Akko, she thinks. I have to be friendly with my species while I'm at university. I wonder if she's still here. Hey, what's with all the commotion? Oh shit, he probably ate her, didn't he? Over there. It's some crazy shit. Did you see it? They're behind the gym. Call an ambulance and the police. Yeah, he attacked her. Get back, herbivores. Are there any large breed carnivores nearby? You're not safe. Get back. Is the girl still breathing? I was losing myself, he says. Are you really capable of loving your boyfriend? And we see scratches across her head, and she's still panting. And every part of his meat-seeking body. Reality can strike cruelly without warning. To be continued in the next issue. I love this, developing Haru further. Because again, at the beginning of the series, I didn't think I would like her that much, but Haru is one of the most detailed characters. I don't know, it's hard to say Legoshi's not the most detailed, but possibly the most detailed in the series. You could make that argument. Haru is really, really well developed. So I love this. It told a really, really cool story. I hope that girl survives, but yeah, it told a really, really, really good story. I don't even know if we'll end up knowing in the future. Or she could be used as a character to help further Haru's character development. I feel kind of bad. I loved this chapter, but I really, really wanted to see more of Gohin and Legoshi. So like I said, in the future, gosh, it's going to be hard to not do videos weekly. I guess I might start doing videos weekly, or maybe I'll do it differently. Just like I said at the beginning of the video, tell me what you would like to see now that I'm caught up. So, yeah, and I'm not going to be replacing this in the every other Wednesday slot. I'm going to leave that slot open for now so that I have some extra time to work on things. So, yeah, I guess that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed all the read-through catching up until now, and I'm hoping we still have tons more to go in the future, and I'm going to be covering the anime whenever it starts airing. Week to week, I'm going to do the anime. So yeah, that's it. If you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of these 6 chapters, what you thought of my thoughts and reaction and all that. Subscribe for more. Beastars, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. I can try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel or talk to you there. And if you want a link to our Discord server to talk to me or more of us on Discord about Beastars or anything else, then just ask and I can give you a link. That's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.